When you think of Miami, a vibrant tapestry of images likely floods your mind. You picture sun-soaked beaches where the turquoise waters meet the golden sand, and the sun shines endlessly. Luxury cars gleaming under the Florida sun cruise down Ocean Drive, symbols of affluence and style. And endless parties where the music pulses through the night and the energy is infectious. This is the Miami sold to the world, a carefully curated image designed to captivate and allure. A city of glamour where appearances are everything and the pursuit of perfection is a constant endeavor. Excitement, a palpable buzz that permeates every corner of the city, promising adventure and unforgettable experiences. And promise, the allure of a better life, a fresh start, and the chance to achieve your dreams. It's a brand, meticulously crafted and relentlessly promoted to attract visitors and investors alike. An idea, a concept of paradise that resonates with people seeking escape and transformation. A symbol of success and beauty, a place where anything seems possible and dreams can come true. People from everywhere, from all walks of life, are drawn to Miami's magnetic pull. They dream of escaping to this paradise, envisioning a life of leisure and luxury under the warm Miami sun, hoping to reinvent themselves, to leave behind their past and embrace a brighter future in this vibrant city. But behind the postcard image, behind the glitz and glamour, lies a different reality. There's another Miami, a city that exists beyond the tourist brochures and Instagram feeds, one you won't see in movies, a side of the city that's often overlooked and ignored. For locals, the people who call Miami home, life is a complex mix of opportunity and challenge. Life isn't always a party. It's about navigating the everyday realities of living in a major urban center. Many struggle, working tirelessly to make ends meet in a city known for its high cost of living. Just to afford a place to live, a basic necessity that can feel like a luxury in Miami's competitive housing market. The city's energy can be overwhelming, a constant barrage of sights, sounds, and stimulation. And peace is hard to find, a precious commodity in a city that never sleeps. The Miami dream is powerful, a seductive force that draws people in with its promise of a better life. But the reality, for many, is a far cry from the idyllic image portrayed in the brochures, is often much tougher. A daily grind of hard work, sacrifice, and perseverance. I've reported here for years, witnessing firsthand the struggles and triumphs of the people who call Miami home, meeting families, working hard to build a life for themselves and their children in this challenging environment, juggling multiple jobs, sacrificing their time and energy to provide for their loved ones. Just to pay rent, facing the constant pressure of rising housing costs and economic uncertainty. Young people feel lost, struggling to find their place in a city that often prioritizes image over substance. In the pressure to succeed, to keep up with the Joneses in a city known for its extravagant displays of wealth, and keep up appearances, feeling the weight of social expectations and the pressure to maintain a certain image. Their stories rarely make it into the glossy magazines and travel brochures that promote the Miami dream. Into the glossy brochures which often paint a picture of a city that's more fantasy than reality. But these are the real stories of Miami, the stories of the people who make this city what it is. Stories of resilience, of communities coming together to overcome adversity and build a better future, and challenge of facing difficult times with courage and determination. The city's true character, its heart and soul, is found in the neighborhoods and communities that often go unnoticed, is found far from the tourist hotspots, in the everyday lives of the people who call Miami home. It's a place where hope, the unwavering belief in a brighter tomorrow, persists despite the challenges. And hardship, the daily struggles faced by many in a city grappling with economic inequality, exists side by side. Exists side by side, a stark reminder of the complexities and contradictions that define Miami. The dream draws people in, promising them a life of sunshine, success, and endless possibilities. But the reality, the true test of character, lies in navigating the challenges and embracing the complexities of life in this dynamic city. Tests their strength, forcing them to confront their limitations and discover their inner resilience. Miami is more than a fantasy. It's a living, breathing city with a rich history and a vibrant culture. It's a complex, living city, constantly evolving and adapting to the changing times. To understand it, to truly appreciate its beauty and complexity, you have to delve deeper than the surface. You have to look beyond the surface, beyond the glitz and glamour to see the real Miami. The real Miami is built, not on fantasy and illusion, but on the hard work and dedication of its people. On the struggles, the challenges, and the sacrifices made by those who call this city home, and triumphs. the moments of joy, success, and resilience that define the human spirit. Of its people, the diverse and vibrant individuals who make Miami the unique and captivating city that it is. And that's the story, the untold story of Miami, that we're here to share with you. We're here to tell, to reveal the hidden truths, and celebrate the resilience of the people who make Miami the city it is. Let's talk about the price of paradise. What does it truly cost to live in a place that's perpetually advertised as a dream destination? Miami's cost of living is sky high, a fact that often gets glossed over in the glossy brochures and travel blogs. And it's getting worse, fueled by rising inflation and an influx of new residents seeking sun and opportunity. Luxury towers rise, symbols of wealth and prosperity that dominate the skyline. But so do rents, climbing at an alarming rate, pushing the dream of affordable housing further out of reach for many, making it one of the most expensive cities not just in Florida but in the entire country. The statistics paint a stark picture, revealing the financial pressures faced by everyday Miamians. For regular workers, the backbone of this vibrant city, teachers who dedicate their lives to educating the next generation, nurses, tirelessly caring for the sick and vulnerable, restaurant staff, the faces that greet tourists and locals alike. It's a crisis, a constant struggle to make ends meet in a city that seems increasingly designed for the wealthy. Many spend over half their income on rent, a crushing burden that leaves them vulnerable to financial instability, leaving little for anything else. Savings dwindle, and the ability to plan for the future becomes a distant dream. The stress is constant, a weight that hangs heavy on their shoulders, impacting their mental and physical well-being. One emergency can mean disaster. A sudden medical bill or unexpected car repair can push them over the edge, leading to debt and despair. Families move farther from work, forced to seek more affordable housing in the suburbs, often sacrificing quality of life, facing long, exhausting commutes, hours spent in traffic, away from their families just to afford a place to live. Others crowd into small apartments, sacrificing space and comfort to stay closer to the city's opportunities, splitting costs just to get by, sharing living spaces with multiple roommates, a common reality for young professionals and low-wage workers alike. The dream of a safe, stable home, a cornerstone of the American ideal, is slipping away for many. The promise of homeownership feels increasingly unattainable, replaced by the harsh reality of rising rents and stagnant wages. It's not just housing. The problem extends far beyond rent and mortgages, groceries, gas, the everyday essentials that are becoming increasingly expensive. And even coffee costs more here. Simple pleasures become luxuries, and the cost of living adds up quickly. Inequality is everywhere, a stark contrast between the haves and have-nots. Million-dollar cars pass people struggling to eat, a jarring juxtaposition that highlights the deep divide within the city. Miami's wealth and poverty exist side by side, a constant reminder of the economic disparities that plague the city, a daily reminder of the gap. The chasm between the rich and the poor seems to widen with each passing day. The city's beauty hides a silent crisis, a facade of glamour and excitement that masks the struggles of many of its residents. For thousands, the Miami dream, once a symbol of opportunity and prosperity, is overshadowed by financial anxiety. The constant worry about making ends meet, about keeping a roof over their heads, the struggle to stay afloat, to simply survive in this expensive city, is the real story for most residents. A story that deserves to be told, a reality that needs to be addressed. This is the reality behind the postcard, the truth behind the carefully curated images of paradise. And it's a reality that can't be ignored. It demands our attention, our empathy, and our commitment to finding solutions. Miami's nightlife is legendary, a beacon for those seeking vibrant experiences and unforgettable nights, drawing tourists from around the world, eager to immerse themselves in its unique energy and allure. They come seeking the sun, the sand, and the pulsating rhythm of the city. For visitors, the party is a brief escape, a chance to let loose and create memories that will last a lifetime. It's a vacation from reality, a temporary indulgence in a world of glamour and excitement. But for residents, it's relentless. The party never truly stops, and its constant presence can be both exhilarating and draining. Young people feel pressured to keep up, to maintain a certain image, and participate in the endless cycle of parties and events, spending time and money to fit in, often stretching their budgets and sacrificing other priorities to maintain the appearance of a glamorous lifestyle. Social life becomes a performance, a carefully curated display for social media, where authenticity is often sacrificed for likes and followers. And burnout is common. The constant pressure to be on can lead to exhaustion, anxiety, and a sense of emptiness. The constant noise and traffic, a byproduct of the city's vibrant nightlife, make daily life exhausting, making it difficult to find peace and quiet amidst the constant activity. Families and older residents seeking a more tranquil environment often feel pushed aside as the city prioritizes the needs and desires of tourists and partygoers. By the city's party-first attitude, the focus on entertainment can overshadow the needs of long-term residents and the importance of building a strong community. For service workers, the party is a job, a demanding and often thankless one. Long hours, demanding guests, the pressure to maintain a positive attitude even when faced with difficult situations, and little reward. The financial compensation often doesn't match the effort and sacrifices required. They see the excess, the extravagant displays of wealth and indulgence, and clean up the mess, dealing with the aftermath of the parties and ensuring that everything is ready for the next night, rarely sharing in the fun. They are often on the periphery, observing the revelry from a distance, feeling excluded from the very experience they are helping to create. The party culture can be isolating, even in a crowded room, making it hard to build real community. Superficial connections and fleeting encounters often replace genuine relationships. Not everyone wants to live in a city that never sleeps. Some crave tranquility and a slower pace of life. For many, the nightlife is more burden than benefit, a constant source of stress and disruption. The excitement that draws people in, the promise of endless fun and adventure, can quickly become overwhelming, leading to sensory overload and a desire for escape. Miami's party image hides the toll, the hidden costs and consequences of its relentless pursuit of entertainment. It takes on those who live and work here. The true cost is often borne by the residents who struggle to make a living and maintain a sense of community in the face of constant change. Behind the music and lights, the dazzling spectacle of Miami's nightlife, exhaustion is a constant companion. It's a reality that many residents face, a hidden consequence of living in a city that never sleeps. High costs and non-stop social pressure create a perfect storm for burnout in Miami. Burnout here isn't just tiredness, it's deep emotional exhaustion. People feel forced to pretend everything's perfect, even when they're struggling. The pressure to always appear happy and successful is overwhelming. I met a young lawyer who felt like she was living two lives, confident by day, drained by night. There's little time for rest or self-care. Financial stress and social expectations lead to anxiety and depression. Many cope by diving deeper into the party scene, which only worsens the cycle. Mental health care is expensive and hard to access. Admitting you need help can feel like weakness in a city obsessed with success. So people suffer in silence, feeling isolated despite the crowds. Burnout is the city's hidden epidemic. It's the dark side of life in paradise. In Miami, hustle is a way of life. The city celebrates ambition and hard work, but the pressure never stops. Everyone's competing, afraid to slow down or fall behind. Young people juggle multiple jobs and side gigs, sacrificing sleep and peace of mind. I spoke to a graphic designer working two jobs, barely seeing friends or relaxing. She was making money but losing herself. Hustle culture tells people their worth is measured by productivity. Relationships become transactional. Networking replaces real connection. Community feels fragmented, with everyone focused on their own race to the top. The relentless drive for success comes at a cost: stress, loneliness, and lost joy. The city's energy is exciting, but it can also be toxic. People forget how to support each other in the rush to get ahead. The human cost of the hustle is real. It's a loss of connection, community, and personal peace, and it's shaping the city's future. Moving to Miami feels like a dream at first. Sun beaches and endless excitement. The honeymoon phase is real, but it doesn't last. Reality sets in with the first rent bill and daily traffic jams. The pressure to keep up with the fast-paced lifestyle grows. What once felt thrilling can quickly become overwhelming. I met a couple who moved here for the ocean, but work left them too tired to enjoy it. Their dream turned into stress and disappointment. Some decide the price of paradise is too high and leave others adapt, finding new ways to make Miami home. They build community, discover hidden gems, and create a life beyond the fantasy. The real Miami isn't always easy, but it's possible to find meaning here. The city tests you, but it also teaches resilience. The dream changes, but it doesn't have to disappear. For those who stay, Miami becomes something deeper than a postcard. It becomes real life. Miami is a city split in two. There's the world of the wealthy. Luxury condos, private schools, and endless privilege. For them, Miami is a playground, untouched by the city's struggles. Then there's everyone else, the workers who keep the city running. They face rising rents, long commutes, and underfunded schools. Their neighborhoods are overlooked, their needs ignored. Gentrification pushes longtime residents out, erasing local culture. The gap between rich and poor grows wider every year. People in working-class Miami feel invisible, left behind by rapid change. The city's transformation benefits the few, not the many. Frustration and injustice simmer beneath the surface. The divide isn't just about money, it's about who gets to belong. Miami's central conflict is this tale of two cities. The struggle for a fairer future defines life here, and it's a story that can't be ignored. With all these challenges, why do people stay in Miami? The answer is complex, but it starts with the city's unique spirit. Miami's cultural diversity is unmatched. Latin American and Caribbean influences shape every street. The food, music, and art create a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. For many immigrants, Miami feels like home, a place that celebrates their heritage. The natural beauty is another draw. Sunrises, palm trees, and the Everglades offer moments of peace. Even in a stressful city, nature provides comfort and perspective. Most of all, it's the resilience of the people. Miamians are survivors, weathering storms, literal and figurative, with optimism. Neighbors support each other, building community in the face of hardship. The city's challenges forge strong bonds. There's a sense of belonging and shared struggle that's hard to find elsewhere. Miami's spirit is unbreakable. For many, that's reason enough to stay. This difficult city is still home. Miami is a city of contradictions. Beauty and struggle, dreams and disappointment. The postcard image is real, but it's only part of the story. To understand Miami, you have to look beyond the surface. The city's problems, high costs, party pressure, and deep divides, are real and urgent. But so is its strength, diversity, and spirit. Miami constantly reinvents itself, blending cultures into something new. The challenges make the triumphs more meaningful. The struggles build a stronger community. Next time you see a picture of Miami, remember the stories outside the frame. Think of the teacher struggling with rent, the young professional facing burnout, the family fighting to stay in their neighborhood. Their stories are the real Miami. This city is more complex, more human, and more remarkable than any postcard. And that's what makes it unforgettable.